Go.
Hello, my name is Katy Manning, and welcome to Geeks Audioheads, and have a lovely day, chucks. Hey!
Hey. Hello, 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 chucks. Yeah, this is Geeks Assembled Audioheads, and you are listening. You've listened to the Wildthyme stories. I'm looking for a friend, or I'm just looking for a friend, and the Extraterrestrial Werewolf in Belgium, and that's not Belgium like as in a bad word or whatever from Douglas Adams or Doctor Who. This is just the place, the Flanders region of Belgium. Anyway. This is, and I've got some people here who would like to talk about that with you. And so why don't we begin in the Tampa airport with Susie? Go for it. Susan, go for it.
Oh, me. Oh, well, I found the story fascinating. I had never read anything like it in my entire life. And it was wonderful to run through time and space in a double-decker bus with lots of friends and companions and meet up with some villains that we had to figure out a scheme to escape them. And it was all very exciting and very empowering as a woman to see a woman doing this. And yeah, it was really quite a wonderful story. And if you believe that, I never read it. So there you go. I'm stuck in the airport, so I'm listening to you guys while I'm waiting for a flight because I'm bored out of my mind.
Well, thank you for an insightful and interesting review.
Yeah, there you go. Cool 101.
Okay, so let's then go to Jeffrey, to Beef Dad. What do you think about Iris Wildthyme's last two stories are Reloaded?
I love the Extraterrestrial Werewolf. I love the fact that she and her and the captain turn up in Belgium, and she goes off shopping and comes back with a fur coat that's made from the skin of the extraterrestrial werewolf, but the werewolf himself is actually looking for his skin. That the eccentricity of it all just took me. It was brilliant. It was absolutely brilliant. I really loved the Extraterrestrial Werewolf. I thought the performances in it were absolutely brilliant. And of course, Bloody Nora. That was superb.
Bloody Nora.
That was Bloody Nora. I just loved the idea of Bloody Nora. And of course, that was played by Tracy Childs. So it was brilliant. She did that superbly. And Katy Manning, she is just so wildly eccentric. It's just brilliant. It is absolutely brilliant. Do you want to talk about Looking for a Friend as well?
Please do. Go for it.
Oh yeah, Looking for a Friend. She turns up in this bar in London, in central London, and she meets this guy who she thinks is Panda, but his name's Bear. And she follows him everywhere. She stalks the poor beggar. I mean, to be perfectly honest, I thought to myself, how would I feel if I was being stalked by Iris Wildthyme? It would drive me absolutely insane. With the incredible clothes and everything, and that mad laugh of hers, and of course the liking for gin and tonic, which is probably the only reasonable thing about her. But yeah, superb. And it looks like at the end of it, it looks like she's found herself a new companion, which could be quite interesting. I'm really looking forward to that.
Yep. And Lee Wilson, what did you think of the last two in the Reloaded set?
Yes, the last two stories in the box set. I agree with Beef Dad. The werewolf one was the humour story. So look, that's mine. Well, it's my fair coat. No, it's my skin. But and it's also farewell to the captain in this story as well. You know, which has been really well played by the actor in the previous stories. I wasn't expecting him to leave at the end, but it's a very good story. It's out there, as Beef Dad said. Katy Manning is mad anyway, but to also act as even more insane as Iris Wildthyme, it's just a wonderful performance. Looking for a friend, I did like this one better because it was more. She was on her own. She was lonely. She was at a bar drunk, as usual, and taking this Mr. Bear as Panda, who she used to travel with before the captain. It's just a wonderful story, and the way she turns it around and makes him believe that he is Panda. But really, we don't really find out if he is or not. We don't know. We're left up in the air with that. Is he Panda? Is it an alternate universe? We don't know. But she left him there, and it sort of opens up him to write all these science fiction stories again, which is a wonderful sort of ending for Mr. Bear. As Beef Dad says, by the end of it, I can't remember the character's name, talking in the bar with her, but it looks like he's going to go off in the double-decker bus with her because the relationship she set up for him didn't work out right. So he's got nothing to lose. But it's a very good finish to a brilliant box set. I mean, these stories are only 25 minutes to 30 minutes long. So, and what they fit into these stories is amazing. And I mean, this was, what, 2015, this box set? So, and we haven't had any more since then, if I remember. So hopefully we're going to get some more. Fingers crossed. Come on, Big Finish. Get Katy back in that in the recording studio as Iris. Yeah, wonderful box set.
I'll check with the Big Finish guy in October when I see him.
Well, Katy did say on Twitter that she loves playing Iris. So if she likes doing it, might as well do it. Carry on doing it.
Yeah, I agree. Alex, you had some fun thing to say about the way that she was reloaded.
Well, I kind of wonder. I noticed that she has some verbal tics or verbal mannerisms of love and lovey-dovey and these type of things. It sort of reminds me of Zsa Zsa Gabor and a couple other, and then what is it, Adina from Absolutely Fabulous. I was like, darling and sweetie darling and all this type of stuff. But yeah, I mean, it is a good character. She has good sidekicks. The stories were nice. But yeah, as a series, it'd be nice if it was a little more serious. I wouldn't mind a real serious story with the Time Lords, but I guess they decided to only do comedy type of stories. There's been a few serious moments, but nothing that stood out to me. But I mean, it's good stories. It's well acted. For 25 minutes, they do pack in quite a few storylines, so you do get some bang for your buck.
Thanks, Alex. Pardon me. Yeah, so I guess I'd like to do shout outs to Katy Manning and to the Big Finish crew for doing this amazing Reloaded group. the longer ones may have had some more, but it's hard with Katy and with like the whole character to expect seriousness at any level. So yeah, and it was great that she found Panda, and it was really great that she convinced him that who he really was. And it was awesome that she and the captain had an amicable, parting of ways. It wasn't like sad or anything. It was because of course it wasn't really yeah. So that was amazing. So yeah. What does anybody else have anything to? Let's talk about our favorite stuff in it.
Well, yeah, as it's been said, Iris Wildthyme is written as a comedy performance, and since day one, from her first appearance in audio and in books, she is the comedy character, and getting a serious. She can be serious, but then it's followed up by a bloody Nora or hey up Chuck. So you just have to go with the flow with Iris Wildthyme and enjoy it. Enjoy the trip.
Yeah, I loved it. I particularly enjoyed the performance of Stephen Fessel playing the tour guide, who was obviously also the werewolf. That was the accent was brilliant. I really did enjoy his accent. But yeah, it's just the total eccentricity of it all. She is a real extreme English eccentric. It's just wonderful. It is just wonderful because you don't really get very many of those these days, sadly.
Okay.
Did someone earlier say something about an existential werewolf?
Extraterrestrial.
A what?
An extraterrestrial. Outer space werewolf.
Oh well. Oh, because I was going to say that's the second existential werewolf I've seen in Who.
Yeah.
Never mind. The one with David Tennant and the werewolf, and he wasn't sure if he wanted to live.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll mute again.
No, that was cool. Yeah.
It's enough to make me want to listen to the stories, though. So thank you for letting me listen.
Yeah, definitely. It's brilliant stuff. And so let's give this a rating, and then I mean, was there anything that anybody else wanted to say about it? I mean, like was there stuff that you were just like, what, or anything like that?
No.
No, I mean, if you end up going, what? That means it is surreal. You've got to expect people when you listen to it going, what? It's one of those. You just, as I say, you just got to go with it from beginning to end with the Iris audios. Yeah, just ride the wave.
So good. And all right, so let's give these thing a rating. Susie, what how much do you want to watch it? How much do you want to this audio 1 through 10?
I think now I'll give it about an 8.5. I want to listen to it.
Okay. Alex, how about you?
8.5 or 9.
Thank you.
Yeah, I mean, I've heard more than just this story, these two stories together. As I said, I wish sometimes it was more serious, but there were serious parts. Out of the stories I've listened to, these two stories we're talking about today, I'd probably give it about an 8. Overall, with the series, I'd probably give it a 9, just because of the writing and the characterizations, and they're really fleshed it out and things like that. I sometimes I wish it was written differently, but it's still good stories.
Thank you. Lee, how about you?
For the Extraterrestrial Werewolf in Belgium, I will give that 7.5 bloody Noras out of 10. And for the Looking for a Friend, I'm going to give that 8.5 gin and tonics.
Jeffrey, how about you?
Oh, they both get a 9 for me. They both get a 9 for me. And the overall series as a whole gets an overall 9.5.
Awesome. Well, I'll split it up like that. The Extraterrestrial Werewolf in Belgium, I'll give it a 10 poireaux. And the Looking for a Friend, I'll give that a 10 pandas. 10-inch panda, 10-inch tall pandas. That line when he's like, you know, you're 10-inch, and then and they're like, ooh, 10-inch, and she's like, 10 inches tall. Oh my gosh. Anyway, it's very fun. And I'm really glad that we got to do these. I'm really glad that Katy Manning knows that we're doing these and loves that we're doing these. And I just, shout out to her. She's so awesome. Anyway.
Well, if Katy is listening, tell her she has inspired me to go and get a gin and tonic. Because it looks like there's a torrential downpour at the airport, and I'm not going anywhere. So I need a couple gin and tonics with a couple of bamboo sticks.
Very good.
For pandas.
All right.
It's supposed to be.
And join us in a fortnight where we'll do something else, because we haven't really discussed it yet. So it'll be a surprise. Anyway. I hope you like surprises, because Geeks Assembled has got some surprises. And, yeah, so thanks for watching. Be sure to like, subscribe, comment below. Send this to Katy. Send all your love to Katy. Send all your love to Big Finish, and your money, I suppose. And be sure to tune in to the rest of our podcast. And thanks very much for being here. And thanks all of you fine podcast members for being here too. No, don't look around. I'm talking to you, Lee. I'm talking to you. Goodness gracious. Self-effacing, isn't he? Anyway, we'll see you guys later. Bye-bye.